Have you ever wondered if there's a blueprint for, well, everything? Not just for a building, but for the entire universe, and even for the thoughts rattling around inside your own head? Today, we're going to take a look at exactly that. Let's jump in. So what if the whole universe, all the stars and galaxies, could be drawn from just a single tiny point? And what if your reality, everything you see, feel, and experience, is actually built from a single thought? That's the huge idea we're digging into today. All right, first things first, let's build a universe from scratch. Our source material lays out this really cool process for how something super complex could pop out of something incredibly simple. And yeah, it all begins with a single dot. Okay, so picture this. You've got this one tiny point of awareness just floating in this big, empty, infinite space. From that dot, you imagine lines shooting out in every direction, up, down, left, right, forward, and back. Then it's as simple as a game of connect the dots. You just draw lines connecting the endpoints. And boom, just like that, you've got your very first shape. Now, here's a cool little detail. In sacred geometry, these straight lines are seen as the male principle, kind of like they're the active foundational building blocks for everything else. Now, for the really cool part. You take that first shape with all its straight lines and you just spin it. Spin it around every which way. As it spins, its edges trace a brand new shape in space, a perfect sphere. So out of those straight male lines, a curved female shape is born. The source material actually connects this to that ancient story of Eve being created from Adam. Pretty neat, right? Okay, so we've got our first sphere. Awesome. But the creation process is really just getting warmed up. The very next step is super simple, but it creates one of the most important patterns in the entire universe. So that little point of consciousness just zips over to the edge of the sphere it just made, and then it says the exact same thing all over again. It makes another identical sphere right on top of the first one. And check out what happens. That little sliver of space where the two spheres overlap, that creates a brand new, really important shape. It's called the Vesica Piscis. And according to our source, this isn't just a neat drawing, it's the actual geometric blueprint for light itself. Some people even call it the Genesis pattern. And this is where it gets personal. You don't have to go searching through outer space to find this cosmic pattern. Nope, you just have to look in the mirror. That Vesica Piscis shape, it's the exact shape of your eye. A blueprint for the universe, sitting right there in your own body. Wild. So that's one blueprint for the physical universe out there. But what about the universe in here? The world of our day-to-day life, our happiness, our challenges. Is there a blueprint for that too? Our source material says absolutely, and it all starts with a really powerful idea. This quote really says it all. The basic idea is that everything, and I mean everything, from a mountain to a new friendship, has to exist as a thought first. Mind isn't just a thing in the universe. The universe itself is made out of mind. It's the only raw material there is. Here's a really easy way to get your head around this. Think of the universal mind as a massive, all-powerful 3D printer. I mean, this thing can make anything, but it needs a design file. It needs instructions. And that's where you come in. Your thought is the design file. You tell it what to make, and the printer just makes it. It can't say no, it can't argue with your design. Its only job is to create whatever you tell it to. So, if that's how it works, then we have to face a pretty huge conclusion. Your thinking isn't just this quiet, private thing that happens in your head. No way. It is the active, creative force that is literally building your world, second by second. Let's break it down real simple. First, your thought is the command. It's the blueprint, the order you place with that cosmic creative power. Second, the universal mind is the power. It's that 3D printer, that engine that takes your blueprint and works 24/7 to make it real. And the result? Well, it creates for you whatever you believe. Not just what you wish for or what you kind of hope happens, but what you really, truly, deep down believe is true. And you know, the source material points out that this is not some new idea. This quote from Jesus nails it perfectly. It is done unto all people as they believe. Pay attention to that word unto. It's not saying you have to do all the hard work. The power does the work for you, based entirely on the blueprint of your belief. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's great, but I have negative thoughts all the time. Am I messing everything up? Well, this is where the source gives some really practical and, frankly, encouraging advice. Just look at this number, 51%. See, this whole thing isn't about being perfect. It's just about tipping the scales. And this is what's called the 51% rule. You don't have to win the battle for every single thought. You just have to win the majority. If just a little more than half of your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs are pointed in the direction you want to go, that's enough. That's what sets the course for your life. The majority rules. So let's wrap this all up. Here's the bottom line. Your word, your thought, is literally the law in your own personal universe. You are a center of all this creative action. And the best part? You don't have to struggle or fight to make things happen. All you have to do is know that this is how it works. The power is just sitting there, ready and waiting to respond to you. And that really just leaves us with one big final question to think about. If it's really true that your thoughts are the blueprint for your life, what are you going to decide to create next?